Daily hello. Hello, it's Coach Barbara. So today, because I was super swamped yesterday and I didn't get to my daily hello, I'm going to share two tips, and they're both going to be on business. So number one, I want to talk about WordPress. Now, I love WordPress. There's so many ways that you can alter WordPress when you're creating your website, which that's why people love it. It makes it a fantastic tool because there are a lot of things that you can do with WordPress as far as commerce and things that you can't do, say, with Blogger. And I love Blogger as well. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can create a blog through Blogger that looks very much like a WordPress theme. But you also get the backing of Google, which is fantastic. So let's compare the pluses and minuses. Now, with Blogger, you seem to be getting a better ranking. It automatically shares to Google+. I love that. It is really easy to manipulate. You don't have 101 upgrades. With WordPress, you can add all kinds of different ideas and commerce and forums. You have a broader range of themes to choose from. You can easily make specific posts private, but you have 101 updates. Now, currently, one of my wonderful friends that I'm helping out, working with, a client of mine, her WordPress is fantastic as it is. However, her host is forcing her to update. Now, every time we update, her entire website goes away. We have to roll back to the latest backup, and then they want to push forward to update again. Just crazy. So you have to realize that WordPress is always updating. It's a little bit like the JavaScript of the blogosphere. So just like you on your computer are always getting those Java updates. In fact, at my daughter's homeschool cooperative school through the district, they have these little netbooks that the kids can use in class sometimes. And they kept breaking. And kids, when they were at home, couldn't log into the system because the system at the school kept breaking. And it turns out it was breaking every time there was a Java update. That it was just automatically updating and breaking everything. And so WordPress is a little bit like that. So if you're going to use WordPress, you also have to investigate your host, because you need to know that you're not going to be forced into an update that your site can't do. So now we're having to explore, well, can we switch her to a different theme to do this update? Not knowing what it's going to do to her website. And this is the website where she has all of her e-commerce and everything else. So it's pretty crazy. But another thing that's very cool with WordPress is there are a lot of plugins that you can use where, let's say that you've been doing a blog elsewhere or even on WordPress.com for years. You can use a plugin and transfer all of those blog posts to your new blog. So that becomes an option that maybe if you get into a situation where you're having a problem like this, that you start elsewhere on a host that won't force your updates. And I'm not going to say the name, but the one that I use is the #1 domain and hosting company on the planet. And they have a really cool gal that drives their race car, you can figure it out. So anyway, you can start from scratch and build your new WordPress site, and then use the plugin to move all of your posts over when you're ready. Now, for this friend, I think we're just going to go back and forth. We're just going to have to, until we can get to that point, just keep rolling back, and then they'll back it, then they'll send it forward into nothingness, then we'll roll it back. I'm hoping that I went in and turned off that automatic update to work around it, but I don't know. So there's my tip. Really think about where you want to post your blog, and make sure that if it's, doesn't need all the bells and whistles, then go with something that's going to be simpler and easier. There's also, Wix offers the opportunity now on your website that you're creating there with them that can be a lot of fun to do, to have a blog. In fact, I wanted something simple for my Barbara Christensen Fitness website, because most of all the websites that I have that are my personal websites are a variety. I have some that I've actually built from the ground up that are HTML5. I have some that are blogger sites. I have some that are WordPress sites. And I do change things up every couple of years because the technology changes so frequently. And I keep it fresh so that I'm not, dealing with issues. But luckily, I have that natural ability. It's something that I like. It's something that I'm very into. I like the creativity. And so, I'm lucky in that aspect that it's something I can manage myself. So I looked into Wix years ago, and I had an essential oil blog there. And so when I decided to do my BarbaraChristensenFitness.com site, I looked at Wix, and they had a fantastic option where I could do a blog as well. So I went with it. And I like the fact that I can easily create a landing page as well as a regular blog page. I can insert videos really easily. These are things that really make a lot of sense to me for someone to use that wants to have a few more bells and whistles but doesn't want to be like hard-coded into dealing with all of the WordPressisms. So that's my blogosphere idea. I mean, you could also go out there and do a Tumblr if you just want to be sharing stuff, which leads me to my next business tip. So I like to, when I post to Instagram, I have it also, I say, sure, also post this to my Tumblr, my Twitter, and my Facebook. And there are other options that you can do as well. But I hate the fact that Instagram really does have to be in the moment for me. And it's hard to go back and try to make those connections with people because I don't like being tied in to my social media 24/7. My social media serves a marketing purpose and a relation building tool service, and I have specific times that I want to be in there, and I want to be able to manage quickly and move on. So starting today, you can now use Hootsuite to manage your Instagram account. How fantastic is that? That means that all the others will eventually be following on. Instagram is getting the idea that, hey, people like to schedule their lives And we're going to lose as newer things come along if we don't start offering this, as well as people are going to get bored with Instagram easily and move on that don't have that option. And so, I mean, that's a fantastic idea, especially for someone that, let's say you don't want to spend a lot of money to manage your social media. Well, on Facebook, other than your personal profile, although I have seen, it depends on how you're posting to your personal profile. Let me say that, because depending on how you're posting, you don't have the scheduling option, but sometimes you do. But at least for your pages, you always have the option right on Facebook of scheduling your posts in advance. So if you schedule those in advance, and then you use Hootsuite to pull from your blog and to manage your Instagram, oh, there you have it. You have done amazing marketing things for free, because you can get those 2 social accounts for free. Now, I don't know for sure, because I haven't looked yet, if they're going to make Instagram a specific premium where you will have to pay no matter what. But having that option, I think, is fantastic. So there you have it. I've crammed full lots of business tips into today's Daily Hello. Hope that it was helpful. I am going to give you one more secret, and that is that if you choose to look into other ways of socially posting, that I like Postcron. That's what I use. And if you go in there and they have a little button that says who referred you, please tell them that I referred you, because I really love the owners, and I would love them to know that I'm promoting the crap out of them. But anyway, I will tell you that I love that they have an option for Twitter where I can put in the relevant accounts that I follow that really inspire me, that I really want to share with others, and I can put in keywords that I know that these accounts use, and then I can have it populate my Twitter schedule full of retweeting these amazing posts from people that I find super interesting. I mean, how great is that, to be able to share what you are passionate about, but also share those that you're passionate about? That's a great relationship builder right there. So anyway, sneaky little end of the road tip for you there. I hope you have a fantastic day. We've got a big day here at our house again. Even though it's summer, we're still doing our homeschooling, so we've got lots of homeschooling today and some foreign language. Yesterday I walked around all day going, Vordet? That. What's that? I don't know. My daughter and I determined that if we go to Scandinavia, we're going to be walking around. She's going to be talking in German. I'm going to know how to say banana. And if Grandpa comes with us, he's going to be saying, instead of goodbye, he's going to be saying airplane. In Fliehenskin. Yeah, that's our family. And my husband will just shake his head. Darn, those people didn't learn their language. So we've got that, we've got swimming, we've got clients, I mean, just packed full. So I hope that you are having as much soul purpose in your day as I feel like we do. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week, and hopefully I'll see you here tomorrow. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.